Chair recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Nadler, for 5 minutes.
Thank you. On Monday, Ranking Member Cummings and I wrote you a letter, sir, about the majority's ongoing investigation into the investigation of former Secretary Clinton. Without objection, I ask unanimous consent that our letter be placed into the record.
Without objection, it will be made a part of the record.
Thank you. For the first part of our letter discusses the Department's failure to provide the minority with access to the documents you've already provided to the majority. Yes or no, will you commit to ensuring that the minority, that we receive equal access to any materials you may provide to this committee in the future?
Yes, and I believe my understanding is that that information may have been provided to the
I'm not
ranking
interested
member.
in the past at this point. Thank you. That's what I wanted. I have a lot of questions. The majority of this committee, the White House, and President Trump's private attorneys have all called for the Department of Justice to appoint a new special counsel to investigate a number of Hillary Clinton-related matters. I think we could benefit from your experience in how the special counsel regulations work. The regulations say the Attorney General, or in your case, the Acting Attorney General, will appoint the special counsel when you determine that 1, criminal investigation of a person or matter is warranted, and 2, the investigation either presents a conflict of interest to the department or some other strong public interest requires you to appoint the special counsel. That first part, when he or she determines that criminal investigation of a person or matter is warranted, is that part of the regulations optional?
No, that isn't part of the regulations.
Thank you. So a criminal investigation must first be determined to be warranted before you can assign a special counsel to the matter?
Yes.
Thank you. And at the Department of Justice, a criminal investigation requires an initial assessment and a preliminary review of the evidence?
Correct.
Has that assessment been made with respect to former Director Comey's handling of the Hillary Clinton investigation?
I'm not going to comment on any investigations in the normal course. Before we made a determination, we would conduct an appropriate review.
And I assume your answer would be the same if I asked you about the FBI's interaction with Fusion GPS?
Would be the same for anything,
Okay.
yes.
Then presuming for a moment that the department has conducted an initial assessment and found no predicate for a criminal investigation, so in plain English, there is no ongoing criminal investigation. Under this presumption, could you or the Attorney General Sessions simply appoint a special counsel to look into these matters?
No.
As I said earlier, to my knowledge, there's been no credible factual or legal claim that anybody at the department violated any law by deciding not to bring charges or by attempting to meet with Fusion GPS. If that is true, if there is no underlying criminal investigation because there is insufficient evidence of a crime, in this or any other case, do the regulations permit you to appoint a special counsel?
No.
Thank you. According to the department, the Office of the Inspector General informed Special Counsel Mueller of the existence of these text messages between Peter Strzok and Lisa Page on July 27, 2017. The text you sent us last night. Mr. Mueller immediately concluded that Mr. Strzok could no longer participate in the investigation, and he was removed from the team the same day. Did Mr. Mueller take appropriate action in this case?
Yes, he did.
Thank you. In testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee, you said that you would only fire Special Counsel Mueller for good cause, and that you had not seen any yet. Several months have passed since then. Have you seen good cause to fire Special Counsel Mueller?
No.
Thank you. If you were ordered today to fire Mr. Mueller, what would you do?
As I've explained previously, I would follow the regulation. If there were good cause, I would act. If there were no good cause, I would not.
And you've seen no good cause so far?
Correct.
Thank you. On May 1st, the Office of Legal Counsel issued an opinion arguing that ranking minority members do not have the authority to conduct oversight, unquote. Shortly thereafter, Politico reported that the White House counsel instructed federal agencies not to cooperate with oversight requests from Democrats. Since then, Democrats on this committee have written more than 40 letters to the administration without any meaningful response thus far. Can you clarify your current position on responding to letters from the minority? And are you concerned that the department's May 1st opinion serves to justify a policy of stonewalling by the administration?
My position, Congressman, is that we make every effort to respond to any legitimate inquiry from a member of Congress. Obviously, we prioritize inquiries propounded by the chair on behalf of the committee, but we'll make an effort to respond to any inquiry. We get a lot of letters.
I'm sure.
And so I apologize if there's a delay.
Would you prioritize after letters from the chair, letters from the minority?
Our goal is to respond to all those letters in a reasonable manner. In fact, when our new Assistant Attorney General, Stephen Boyd, took office, there was quite a backlog.
And would you encourage the Office of Legal Counsel to withdraw its May 1st opinion?
I'll take a look at it, Congressman, but as I said, without regard to what the law may require, our policy is to try to
I understand that,
accommodate any
but
requests.
you would take a look at whether you would encourage the Office of Legal Counsel to withdraw that May 1st opinion.
Well, I'm not committing to do anything. I will agree to look at it.
Okay, thank you. And finally, I just want to say, and follow up with what the chairman was saying about Section 702. The bill that this committee reported specifically said, basically said it, where you're doing a counterintelligence or foreign or terrorism investigation, you don't need a warrant to query Section 702 data. But where you're conducting an investigation of domestic crimes, then, like any other investigation of domestic crimes, you would need a warrant. So that the danger that I think you were referring to is taken care of by the bill, and I endorse the comment of the chairman to that effect, and I think you should take a look at that. I urge you to take a look at that. Thank you. I yield back.